Third role is I oversee the transactional details. In the days and weeks and even months ahead, you'll come to appreciate my role as the person who oversees all the transactional details. Every transaction has 100 to 150 phone calls alone, and each one of them is loaded with critical details because there's 100 pieces of paper requiring upward to 43 signatures and initials. You can imagine every I must be dotted, every T must be crossed, and making a mistake could be very costly to you. How does it make you feel knowing there are 43 different people from 14 different industries that get involved during the 7 stages of your transaction? That's a lot of what is called integrated complexity. Imagine that selling is like flying an airplane across the country. Imagine I'm your pilot and you're my passenger. We may or may not run into turbulence. Have you ever been a passenger in a plane? Have you ever been in turbulence? Then you know, to make it easy for you to see everything I do for you that you don't see because you are in the passenger seat, I create a list of 88 different types of turbulence. You will also notice that, as your pilot, I will always recognize what is known about an issue, what more needs to be known, and how to best obtain the relevant and accurate information needed. As a matter of fact, one of my greatest skills is to see things from multiple perspectives, which means I can identify likely unintended consequences of our decisions. You can relax because as the person who oversees all of the details in your transaction, I recognize the conclusions that can and cannot be drawn from a particular exchange with all the different people involved. You can be confident because I will appropriately consider the probable effects and likely unintended consequences that may result from taking a particular course of action. Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, as the person who oversees all the details of your transaction, I'll pursue and encourage feedback that may reveal an error in my judgment and then make appropriate adjustments. Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, it is good you now know if I choose to work with you and you choose to work with me, what I consider my 3 most important roles in representing you. Is it not?